Elon Musk is the world's richest man, with a net worth of over $270 billion. Yet before the wealth and the fame, he was just a young boy growing up in an abusive household, barely escaping death on 2 separate occasions. As an adult, Musk faced the brink of financial ruin, coming dangerously close to bankruptcy and losing everything multiple times. His journey is one of resilience, survival, and a relentless ambition. But to truly understand the incredible path that shaped Elon Musk into who he is today, we need to take a trip back to the 70s. Elon Musk's story starts with his parents, Errol Musk and May Haldeman, who met and married in South Africa. Errol, a skilled electromechanical engineer, was wealthy, allowing the family to live in a nice neighborhood with a luxurious lifestyle. May, a model and dietitian, seemed to have an ideal life on the surface. However, behind closed doors, things were far from perfect. During their honeymoon, May became pregnant with Elon, but it was also when Errol's abusive behavior began. He would physically beat her and subject her to relentless emotional abuse, making their marriage difficult from the start. Elon Musk was born on June 28, 1971 in Pretoria, South Africa, as the eldest of 3 children. His siblings, Kimball and Tosca, were born in the following years. To the outside world, the Musk family seemed to have it all. They traveled the world, went on fancy vacations, and lived in comfort thanks to Errol's wealth. But inside the home, things were very different. Errol's emotional and psychological abuse didn't stop with May. He often directed it at Elon and his siblings. He had a bad temper and would often corner one of the kids and scream at them for hours, filling their home with fear and tension. When Elon was only 8 years old, May couldn't take it anymore and decided to leave Errol, taking Elon, Kimball, and Tosca with her. It seemed like a fresh start for the family. However, Elon's relationship with his father was still complicated. Just 2 years after the divorce, at 10 years old, Elon chose to move back in with Errol. He felt guilty about leaving his father alone, but there was another reason. Errol had a full set of Encyclopedia Britannica, and Elon, who loved learning, couldn't pass up the chance to dive into those books. You see, from a young age, Elon was fascinated by science fiction, which sparked his imagination and fueled his dream of exploring space. Books like The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and Isaac Asimov's Foundation series ignited his curiosity about the future and the universe. This love for sci-fi also pushed his appetite for reading. Elon would read 1 to 2 books a day, eventually finishing every book in his school and local library. After that, he turned to the Encyclopedia Britannica, reading through the entire set twice. His photographic memory made him a fact factory, but his tendency to correct others, often bluntly, made him hard to be around, even for his siblings. School life wasn't any easier for Elon. His intelligence made him a target for bullies. He was often beaten up and mocked by his classmates. On his walks home, kids would throw soda cans at his head. In one awful incident, Elon was thrown down a flight of stairs and beaten until he was unconscious, which landed him in the hospital. Another time, he accidentally bumped into someone on a train and was nearly beaten to death. These experiences only deepened his sense of loneliness, but they also made him tougher. Errol wasn't just emotionally abusive, he also discouraged Elon's passion for technology. When Elon asked for a computer, Errol refused, saying computers were a waste of time. But Elon's love for technology didn't fade. He saved up his own money and eventually bought a Commodore VIC-20, one of the first personal computers. Once he had the computer, Elon threw himself into learning how to code. The manual that came with the computer was supposed to take 6 months to master, but Elon figured it out in just 3 days. His hard work paid off quickly. At the age of 12, Elon created a space-themed video game called Blaster. Inspired by his love of science fiction, it was a simple but impressive accomplishment for a kid his age. He sold the game's code to a magazine for $500, marking his first taste of success as an entrepreneur and giving a glimpse into his future. Even with everything he faced at home and school, Elon's mind was always buzzing with ideas. His love for reading made him a walking encyclopedia, but his intense focus often left him feeling isolated. While his siblings Kimball and Tosca would bring friends home, Elon rarely did. May tried to encourage them to include Elon, but they found him hard to be around because of his constant corrections and intense personality. Still, Elon showed a more caring and outgoing side with his family, forming close bonds with his siblings and cousins as he grew older. At 17, Elon made the decision to leave South Africa, driven by personal and political reasons. Growing up during apartheid, he knew military service was mandatory and he would be forced to support a government that oppressed black South Africans. Elon found the idea of serving in such a system morally wrong. Combined with the chaos at home, staying in South Africa wasn't an option anymore. This, along with his desire for a fresh start, pushed Elon to pursue higher education abroad, opening the door to a new chapter in his life. In 1989, Elon Musk immigrated to Canada with his mother May and siblings Kimball and Tosca following shortly after. Canada offered a smooth transition as his mother held Canadian citizenship, making it easier for Elon to start fresh. He enrolled at Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario, where he spent 2 years studying. Afterward, Elon transferred to the University of Pennsylvania in the United States, seeking even greater opportunities. There, he pursued a dual degree in physics and economics, combining his love for science with business acumen. This mix of disciplines would later be key in shaping his entrepreneurial journey, providing both the technical knowledge and the business insight that fueled his future ventures. While at the University of Pennsylvania, Musk found a creative way to cover his rent by transforming his frat house into a nightclub on weekends. Along with his roommate, they hosted large parties, charging $5 per person for entry. These events became wildly popular, often attracting up to 500 guests. Although the income helped with expenses, Musk treated the endeavor more as a business opportunity than a social event. He would often retreat to his room to study or play video games during the festivities. However, his education didn't come cheap. By the time Elon graduated, he faced $100,000 in student loan debt, a financial burden that increased his determination to succeed. After completing his undergraduate studies, Elon decided to challenge himself even further by enrolling in a PhD program at Stanford University in California, focusing on energy physics and materials science. However, once in Silicon Valley, Musk became captivated by the booming tech industry. The allure of the rapidly growing .com scene was irresistible. Just 2 days into his PhD program, Elon made the bold choice to drop out and dive headfirst into the world of tech startups. This pivotal decision set him on a course that would lead to his first major entrepreneurial success and ultimately propel him toward becoming the billionaire innovator known around the world today. With the internet growing at a rapid pace in the mid-1990s, Elon Musk recognized a rare opportunity to dive into the booming tech world. Teaming up with his brother Kimball and their business partner Greg Khoury, they launched Zip2 in 1995 with a vision that was ahead of its time: to move local businesses online. At a time when most people still relied on the Yellow Pages for finding services, their goal was to modernize this tool by creating digital city guides complete with maps and business directories. Essentially, Zip2 became a precursor to services like Google Maps and Yelp, offering users a digital platform to easily find businesses and navigate cities. However, making this vision a reality wasn't easy. Convincing traditional businesses to invest in an online presence proved a significant challenge in the mid-1990s. Many were skeptical about the internet's potential, and for a while, Zip2 struggled to gain traction. But Musk and his team were relentless. To save money, Elon and Kimball lived in their Palo Alto office and showered at the local YMCA. They worked 7 days a week, with Elon coding the platform from scratch, while Kimball focused on sales and building client relationships. Their persistence finally paid off. In 1996, after months of struggle, Zip2 secured a $3 million investment from Moore Davidow Ventures, a leading venture capital firm in Silicon Valley. This funding allowed them to hire more staff, develop more sophisticated software, and expand their reach. Soon, major newspapers like the New York Times and the Chicago Tribune adopted Zip2's platform to offer digital city guides to their readers, helping these traditional print media companies adapt to the fast-changing internet age. Despite Zip2's growing success, Elon's intense vision often clashed with the more cautious approach of the company's board. As the company grew, investors believed more experienced leadership was needed to steer its expansion and ultimately replaced Elon as CEO. This move deeply frustrated Musk, marking his first experience of losing control over a company he had built. Nevertheless, Musk continued working on the technical side, determined to see the company thrive. By 1999, Zip2 had gained significant traction, drawing attention from industry giants. Compaq, a leading computer manufacturer at the time, saw Zip2 as a strategic asset in its push to expand digital services. They acquired Zip2 for $307 million, marking Elon's first major financial success. At just 27 years old, Musk walked away with $22 million, but his ambitions were far from satisfied. With this newfound financial freedom, Musk quickly set his sights on revolutionizing the online banking and payments industry, laying the groundwork for his next groundbreaking venture. After selling Zip2 in 1999, Elon Musk found himself with $22 million at his disposal and a vision to disrupt another industry. Rather than resting on his achievements, Musk invested $10 million into launching X.com, an ambitious online banking startup aimed at simplifying financial transactions. At the time, the world of online banking was riddled with inefficiencies, and consumer trust was low. Musk saw a chance to change that, envisioning a future where sending money online could be as easy as sending an email. The goal of X.com was to fundamentally reshape how people managed and transferred money. Musk wanted to move beyond traditional banking, seeing the potential for online payments to transform commerce in ways yet to be fully realized. To quickly build its user base, X.com adopted an aggressive strategy, offering cash rewards for new signups and referrals. This innovative approach, paired with Musk's forward-thinking vision, attracted thousands of users eager to explore this new way of handling their finances. In 2000, X.com merged with Confinity, a company co-founded by Peter Thiel and Max Levchin that had already developed PayPal, a service designed to facilitate online payments. Although Musk initially wanted to continue developing X.com's broader banking services, it became clear that PayPal's payment system had the most potential. After a period of internal disagreements over the company's direction, Musk was replaced as CEO by Peter Thiel, marking another instance where Musk's leadership was sidelined in favor of more traditional management. Despite these challenges, Musk remained the largest shareholder, and his faith in the company proved justified. By 2002, PayPal had become the dominant online payment platform, particularly popular among eBay users who needed a simple and secure way to handle transactions. Later that year, eBay acquired PayPal for $1.5 billion in stock. Musk's 11.7% stake in the company netted him a staggering $180 million, giving him the financial resources to pursue even more ambitious projects. With more money than he ever imagined, Musk wasn't content to stop there. PayPal's success was just the beginning. Now he had his sights set on something far bigger: colonizing Mars. With a growing sense of urgency to solve two of humanity's biggest challenges, sustainable energy and space exploration, Musk set his sights on two wildly ambitious ventures: Tesla and SpaceX. While these companies might seem like separate endeavors, they were born out of Musk's same desire to push the boundaries of what was possible and ensure the survival of humanity. In 2002, Musk founded SpaceX with a mission that seemed ripped from the pages of a science fiction novel: to make life multiplanetary by colonizing Mars. Musk believed that settling on another planet was essential to safeguard humanity against potential existential threats like nuclear war or natural disasters. However, getting to Mars was not going to be easy. At the time, space travel was dominated by government agencies like NASA, and launching rockets was extremely expensive. Musk's plan was to bring the cost down by building reusable rockets, a feat no one had yet achieved. He poured $100 million of his own money into the venture and assembled a team of engineers determined to create a new era of space exploration. After multiple failed launches, SpaceX's first successful flight came in 2008, when the Falcon 1 became the first privately developed rocket to reach orbit. This pivotal moment not only saved the company from collapse, but also secured a lucrative contract with NASA to resupply the International Space Station. SpaceX's success was just the beginning, but Musk already had his eyes on an even bigger project: developing the Falcon 9 and the fully reusable Starship rocket, which he believes will one day take humans to Mars. Around the same time SpaceX was fighting for survival, Musk made another high-stakes bet. In 2004, he became heavily involved in Tesla, an electric vehicle startup founded by engineers Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning. Musk saw Tesla as the key to solving the world's reliance on fossil fuels and accelerating the transition to sustainable energy. He invested $6.5 million and became chairman of the board, later assuming the role of CEO. Tesla's vision was to make electric cars mainstream, but the road was bumpy. The company's first car, the Roadster, faced delays and cost overruns, nearly bankrupting Tesla in the process. By 2008, both Tesla and SpaceX were on the brink of collapse. Musk had invested almost all of his PayPal fortune into the two companies, and it seemed possible that neither would survive. In 2008, as Tesla was running out of cash, the company managed to secure a critical round of funding just before the end of the year, allowing it to survive. Around the same time, SpaceX successfully launched the Falcon 1 and secured a $1.6 billion contract from NASA, effectively saving both of Musk's ventures from failure. Tesla went on to release its flagship Model S in 2012, which was widely praised for its performance, range, and design. The success of the Model S put Tesla on the map as a serious player in the automotive industry, and Musk's vision for a future powered by renewable energy began to take shape. Meanwhile, SpaceX continued to push boundaries, landing reusable rockets and significantly reducing the cost of space travel. Musk's goal of colonizing Mars remained at the forefront of SpaceX's mission, with the development of the Starship rocket designed for interplanetary travel.